Time to start cleaning this place up, I think. See what I can do. I'm gonna move some stuff around, put coveralls away, clean up the coyote hanger. The one project I gotta work on is the PVC flusher. Put the trapping core stuff away. Finish some skulls. Well, we're gonna have to get at her. So ordered that. Gonna make that flesh and beam probably tomorrow. I might try her out. Got quite a few of the deer done. Moved the coyotes over. Cleaned off the bench. And yeah, wrapping things up. Got everything cleaned up the best I can for now. I'm gonna work on the snares here. Get them all ready for next year. Get that out of the way. And then these rams here. I'm gonna go through and change some of the anchors on them. And then I'm gonna dye them or dip them in some trim clad. See how that holds up for the year. And then I'm gonna find a way to store them a little bit better. Just thinking about building some kind of a rack that can either hang them or support them, and I can move it around. But if anybody has any ideas, let me know how you guys store yours. So these ones here, there's a little over a dozen of the Coyote Masters, and then I had a bunch of the ones that I had already. And then around Christmas time, I ordered another 60 and they showed up, but never got any of those out in the field. Then a guy was selling a bunch there on Trapper Forum, so I bought those. And yeah, and these ones here are part of my original set, but we'll see. Got a big pile of them now. Most of the year I ran between 40 and 50, and then now we got a big pile. So see if we can catch some more coyotes. What do you guys think? Beavers are done there. I got a couple more to skin. That's why this beaver table is not put away. There's probably another 8 more to do. We'll get those wrapped up. Skull turned out nice. Just let it finish drying, and then I'll take that off and I'll touch up the antlers. A couple more that need to be whitened there. If they don't have a string on their nose, they haven't been whitened yet, or they're done. So I guess you guess. Okay, we'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so what we got here is a PVC pipe, and we're gonna try and make a fleshing beam out of it, a coyote sized one. Then I'll taper the head and adjust it so I can do other animals. I got this piece of pipe from a fellow trapper. He got a couple of these pieces and he made different beams, one for beaver, coyote, lynx. So 3 different sizes I think he made. But we'll try one and see how I like it. Then I'll have some pipe later to play with and maybe make some other boards. So what I did there is I just went from his cut, 9 inches. My other boards are 8, but I wanted a bit there so I can shape it and do whatever and play around a bit. So we'll cut this and then I'll shape the rest of the board with the grinder and see how that goes. What I'm going to use for my templates, and I'll show you in a bit. I have 2 here, cardboard ones. So I got a coyote one and a fox. So I'll overlay the nose a bit, and I'll show you how I do that, just so I get a nice taper on the face. But Blake and I will get at it. That's from that. Smells like bum a little bit. I don't know if this is an old sewer pipe or what, but we're gonna pause you guys and we'll clean this up and sort everything out. Hey Blake? We got our cardboard forming patterns. Where did that? Where did it go there? Ta-da! There it is. So we'll mark it up and go from there. So like I said, I made it 9 inches across. Had a little boo-boo there, so I'm going to make that the top. And then the rest will kind of shave off as I go. So like I mentioned, there's two bore patterns. So the kite is 9 inches there. And I'll go line one edge up and the other, so then I can start marking it right here on the pattern. Go with nose. Do the same thing on the other side. So that's the kite one, so I get the right width. And I'll shave all this off in a bit. Most of the time my kites are in this section anyways, so I'm going to trim the excess off here. So a little bit wider gives it a bit more stability. Then the kite board is a little bit bigger than the fox, but I want a bit narrower nose. So what I'm going to do is just taper it like this, get that up there, and then right where it comes off the kite board, I'll send it to the fox board, and then I'll slide everything over so it lines up on the edge again. And mark the other side. So I have the narrow part for the pup kites and the shoulders that starts to widen up. And we'll cut this out and I'll show you guys, and then I'll grab my grinder and just touch up the edges and round it off a bit so there's nothing sharp there. Okay, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Don't mess up this time. You wanted that fox?
No, because that one comes off here.
That's for the tail form. This is the fox nose. What?
We'll turn it.
Did it sticks or with that and stuff?
Malfunction in the junction. Ouch.
It's hot.
Yeah.
And you usually have to take the screws down. So
I did.
see that? Sure. Doesn't look like it. Can't cut the wrong line. Supposed to do the inside line.
That's it. Huh?
Board in the house and the house floor.
No, I got the right one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why is it that other inside line?
Because we're offset. That's the one I told you. The center's over here.
No, the center, there's a little tick that's in
I
there.
know but that's the center from the first one.
I can't believe this guy. Vacuum this quickly. It's just getting trapped. Oh, this is a burning job down there.
Reminds me of the time I had a shop teacher there with missing a thumb and part of his finger. Yeah. You're not much of a shop teacher if you don't have your badge of honor.
Yeah. Need a little sander wheel.
Yeah. Orbital sander.
Yeah.
That's what I was planning to buy for a while.
Going to town later, so
Okay.
we're going to town later, so we can stop and pick one up.
Doesn't look too bad, eh?
No, it looks good. Made a nice big mess.
Yeah. Looks all nicked up, but it's all smooth. I think that's pretty much got it. Sand up a bit more, cut it to the length. Are you good? Okay, let's clean up. So this is what it looks like after we shined it all up. Still have to trim it to 4 feet, but got a nice little edge of there, the nose and all the sides all rounded off. All in all, looked like a good little project. Hopefully it performs well.